Baylor with you here, the WNBA on CBS Sports. Second half underway, 58-26, big advantage for the Lynx over the Sparks. Their second meeting of the season. And Alana Smith starting this second half after she exited, went to the locker room briefly with about 3 minutes left in the first half. Was kind of grasping that left ankle area, but now starts here the second half here for the Lynx. Her scoring, obviously, you had talked about her shot block capability within the last 3 years.
It really has. She's done so much. She's really become more of a 3-and-D player. And she's developed a lot under Cheryl Reeve's system. I do. I think her system is really conducive for her.
Carlton breaks up the pass. The attempted baseball pass, it gives it up to Courtney Williams. Can't get the bounce.
And that nearly fell for Williams. And you don't want to foul her on to get opportunities at the other end. That's the aggressiveness that you want to see if you're Cheryl Reeve.
Williams now with 16 points. Now that's the most that she has in the last 4 years that she's averaged when she was an all-star back in 2021.
What's interesting about Williams, she reconfigures her game, and her level of athleticism, of course, suggested when she came in the league that she was just only going to get better.
You know, last year with the pickup of Courtney Williams, Cheryl Reeve had said, hey, we needed a third scorer. We thought Courtney Williams could be exactly that for us. Jackson getting tied up. And we got a whistle. Aiden has come right here from the free throw line.
There's been a lot of changes with this Sparks team.
At San Antonio franchise, and then they relocated to Las Vegas. So this is the first time she hasn't played with that franchise, and she draws the foul there with a big trade that happened in February for Los Angeles to pick her up.
A blockbuster trade, I think you could call that, because Lynn Roberts said that she targeted her Utah, and then she had to coach against her in the Pac-12, very familiar with her game.
And the third personal foul for Courtney Williams.
Yeah, Lisa, we spoke to Coach earlier from Vegas, where she may have been the second or third option, but now she's the head of the stake, and what Coach told us, she's now learning that. But she's come in, and she wants to be Coach Yard. She asks her, enforcer, and the chemistry is building with this group. She's coming in as that veteran and looking to lead this team, so we're seeing some of that this year.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon. I mean, with the Sparks, it's really an incomplete resume. You know, when you're not without Odyssey Sims here today, we've mentioned no Ray Burrell. She only played 40 seconds of the season. We still haven't seen Cameron Brink, still coming back from a knee injury, and Julie Alamond is playing for the Belgian national team in Eurobasket. And so they have not even been close to seeing some of their key pieces in a full roster here this year to build the chemistry as Collier gets another bucket. She is approached, got 28 here today.
She certainly could roll past that with how she's been playing here. She's getting whatever she wants.
Hamby trying to establish position, and the foul to many ways too. She sees the beauty of her game as Hamby gets the two.
She knows how to seal really, really well, and then her teammates get her the basketball.
Dearica Hamby now with 6 points. Jackson and Plum, the leading scorers on the Spark side with 8 points. Smith can't get the lay-in on the right side. Plum, you can see her different speeds that she can attack you with.
Right away, and you try to win 2 minutes, try to win those minutes, right? And then the next 2, and then the next 2, and you kind of chip away. You just got to play your game, and Plum's got to do a little more of that.
She loves that spot. The three-pointer, it's her second one, 11 points. She was 1 for 8 from the field in the first half, but she can heat up quickly. And meanwhile, Kayla McBride is 0 for 5 from 3.
I mean, Plum she became unguardable in Vegas, and like we've been talking about, she is the #1 here, and it is hard. These teams are going to go after her every single game.
Carlton, beautiful pass, post-pass entry for Collier, who finishes it off, and she's got a 30-point game today.
14 from the floor right now.
From CBS this fall. Jackson was whistled for the foul. Collier now with
and that's Fleetly from LA. I mean, you can't get comfortable with Collier. She doesn't let you get comfortable with all the moves she's got.
A traveling violation. We'll head back the other way.
Through it, and Collier just wide open. Nice back screen, though. They're looking to constantly move on the offensive end.
Mid-range jumper for McBride, who's done all her scoring from two-point territory. A couple of buckets for 4 points. And so she's 0 for 5 from 3. She's had 63 straight games with a three-pointer as Jackson finger roll finishes it for 10 points. Here's Heidemann, quick crossover, looks it off. McBride, triple try, still can't get it.
And her being 0 for 6 is definitely not like her. She's converted, I think, a 3 in
Coaches here this year.
She's really done well with that, and it shows what kind of relationship she's able to maintain throughout her career, throughout the course of a career with players and former players.
Added associate head coach Eric Thibault to the staff this year as well. And Plum now is talking. When she starts shaking her head and jawing like that, you know it could be trouble for the opponent.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's starting to feel like ants in the pants kind of thing. Like, I need to get going here.
She's already surpassed her first half total. 8 points here in the third quarter as Carlton responds with an answer.
That's been the problem, though. LA cannot get a stop either.
Well, Plum back-to-back buckets now, 16 points. She's got 10 in the quarter with 4 and some change left to play in the third. Collier trying to post up in the mid-post. There's Plum who comes over immediately with the double team and the foul.
When you get her going, it's tough to stop her.
One and done opportunity there for the Lynx on that offensive possession. Jackson doesn't waste any time, and she's John to the crowd. 13 points, her third three-point make.
Jackson's very extended the floor. That has been a struggle, too, for LA.
Heidemann, cross-court pass, catch and shoot for Timon Miller, who drains the three-pointer.
Getting in the mix. She missed like 14 games with that right knee and an injury last year.
Well, she's playing the fewest amount of minutes in her short WNBA career here so far. A cutting cannon for the reverse.
Oh, and that's what Coach Reed told us, was really they go 8 deep, and most teams do, and then you've got to develop your bench. Hope they continue to come along in the coming years.
Oh, Jackson gets pushed out of the way by
Statement about how talented she is, and she said that she just had so much fun the other night because she was just coming to do my job, she said, and I feel like my teammates were just finding me, and it's fun to play like that.
Yeah, totally. She was drafted 4th last year to LA. The same class, of course, as Cameron Brink, Caitlin Clark, and Angel Reese. What a sophomore class that is.
We can't wait to eventually see Cameron Brink. No word on her return yet. They're still looking at her, making sure she's perfect to go.
Collier, as Sparks were calling for a walking violation, Roy